I have realized that it doesn't hurt to try something new. So for this channel, I am trying a new technique. Sometimes I will be on there showing my reaction, my facial expressions, etc. And some days I'm just gonna post what not quite showing my face, but a picture of me. And I will also continue to still give my opinion on this video. So you guys, if you're new, my name is Shaneria. This is a reaction channel. You guys, please like, comment, and subscribe and join the family. And if you are returning, you know how we like to do it. Let's get straight into today's reaction.
Part 1 on how I fought a girl. She went to jail for what she did in the fight, and she ended up dying soon after her sentence. Me and my girlfriend have been together for a couple of years now. Like, this year will make 6 years. And at this particular time in our story, we hadn't got our living situation figured out. I was staying with my parents at the time because I didn't have any family but my parents in this state. So it was somebody that, you know, my girlfriend had my wife had mutually knew for years, and I had just met them. So they basically said, you know, until you get yourself settled, you and your, you know, girlfriend find out where y'all gonna live at and, you know, all that good stuff, you know, you can come stay here. They had just got the house. It was nice. When I took my girlfriend there, it was a nice vibe because, of course, I wanted to go look at it before I was like, yeah, I'm gonna let you go stay with these people, you know. But fast forward, you know, my girlfriend moves her stuff. I help her move her stuff in. Eventually, I'm over there with my girlfriend just as much as I might as well be living there with her because I never went home. I was always over there with her. Well, after my girlfriend living there for a couple of months, the person that owned the house, one of her sisters, then moves in. And they're not blood sisters, but they've been in each other's lives for so long. You know how that goes. So the girl comes and moves in or whatever, and I can already tell off gate that she's going to be an issue, but that's not my place. The owner of the house, you know, was doing my wife a favor. So, you know, we trying to be respectful, and you don't come in trying to run somebody's space and they're doing something for you. But I can tell from jump, this girl is going to be an issue. She's going to be an issue. So fast forward a little bit further. One of the owners, the owner of the house, one of her other family members, that's not really her blood sister, but she called her sister, moves in. And she actually lets her move in into the little shed that she had, her and her husband had in the backyard. Everything was going okay, but I knew once this person was added to the list, it was really going to be a problem. Let's fast forward a little couple of more months. Well, the person that I ended up fighting, she was on drugs. She was supposed to be getting clean off of them, but somewhere in there, she slid back into them. And her drug of choice was, I think, meth or ice at the time, amongst other things. But hey, that's not my business. She her own person. I knew it was going to be an issue, though. Well, the other person that eventually got added to the list that moved in the shed, they had a drug history as well. So again, almost everybody in this area, in this house, is now recovering from drugs or still on them. So then my brain started working. And although the owner of the house was a nice, sweet woman and she didn't have no issues, she had a big heart, and helping people is what made her foundation start to crumble. Let's fast forward a little bit further. Well, y'all don't know me, but I'm a very outspoken person. I'm very protective over my girlfriend, and that's just that on that. I don't play. I'm real tender about mine, okay? Well, this particular person that I fought got a lot of mouth. Well, had a lot of mouth. And this particular day, the night or the day before, she had been out with the person that moved into the barn. They had like a little boo thing that kept coming over to the house. Well, the person that I fought, she decided while the person in the barn went home, she was going to entertain her boo thing. So they had been gone all day, and they stayed gone all night the night before, I do believe. So the next morning, the day that the fight takes place, the girl that I fought and our roommate's boyfriend finally come home. They come scrolling in like they ain't done nothing. You could tell they had had a long night, But the night before, homegirl was talking all that noise about, this ain't right. How he out with her all day, all night, da 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 da. And I'm telling her, my wife in the room. If you feel some way about her being out with your dude all night, you need to say something to her when she come back. Be a woman. Tell her how you feel. That got switched around. Well, when girl comes home with her dude, instead of the girl being a woman and speaking how she feel, she had to throw in there that I had kind of hyped her up to ask the questions that needed to be asked. But hold on. Before this conversation took place, where they were able to sit down at this table that was under the car shelter and have this conversation about what I had, told her that she should ask, me and my wife had stepped out and we went to the store. So while we were gone, old girl that had been out with her and the roommate's boyfriend all night felt like I needed to mind my business. And why did I even tell old girl to ask her about it? So she was hot, but I'm not knowing this conversation is going on. And I'm thinking it ain't my dude, so I ain't finna be in the middle of it anyway. I'm just gonna get back and they probably gonna be either over it or I'm gonna witness what happens, But she was stuck on, why did old girl mention that I told her to ask her about it? So I guess that's all she was worried about. So I'm not knowing that she's this mad about me telling somebody that ain't got nothing to do with me. If you got a problem, confront her. The girl that I told her to confront feels some type of way towards me. But I'm not knowing this again. So me and my wife pull back up. Now, y'all, we pull back up. Make a long story short, the conversation is going on. It's the owner of the house, her husband, the girl, the little tiny girl who lived in the barn, whose boyfriend was out with the roommate all night. The one that he was out with was sitting there at the table. And the dude was there, but I think the men folk were in the house. I take that back. Well, they're talking and yapping. And after a while, the girl that I end up fighting is like, and you need to mind your business and da-da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I don't got nothing to do with that. I said, I told her, if you was out with her nigga all night, if you was out with her boo all night, she need to say something to you about it. I'm not laying with her. I don't care. She need to, instead of saying it to me, all I told her to do was tell you. But who you talking to like that, number one? And then somewhere in there, she calls me a bitch. And I say, who's the bitch? Who's the bitch, ma'am? So then, you can tell in the footage, I say, who's the bitch? And my wife is standing beside me. But then we start walking towards my car because I already know that this shit finna go left. But I'm not thinking this female finna do what she does. Well, once I walk, the table is round. She's sitting here. There's nobody in this chair right here. And I'm on this side of the table. Well, when I walk around, she stands up once she gets close, once I get close enough to her, and she's sitting on a tire iron. And once she stands up, she just starts wailing on my face and my head with it. Now, I'm not knowing that this is actually happening, but I do know it's happening. And in the video, you'll see me start taking off and I start swinging. I come out of my shoes, all that. Y'all, this girl is about 280 more pounds than I am. I swear to God. And I have the footage to prove it. I'm going to post it. And in the video, you see her hitting me. I'm talking about wham, wham. Well, at the end of a tire iron, it's flat. It's flat. Remember that. In the fight, somehow or another, she hits me in my face, and the flat part of the tire iron enters the side of my nose. I don't know if you can see the scar, but this is it. And at this time, blood is gushing. I'm talking about gushing out of my face, but I don't notice because I'm in shock, sort of, kind of. So we're fighting, and finally this fight stops. And everybody just stands up and they start screaming. And I'm like, man, don't call the law. We good. I'm one of them people. If I fight, if I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. But something fell off. The owner of the house was like, you're bleeding. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm good. Don't call the law. And the girl shoots in the house, and I'm not knowing why. But then it all clicks. I start feeling wet stuff. And then after a while, I'm talking out of my head. They asking me my name. I'm not making sense. Make a long story short, she hit me in my head, my face, in my head and my face over and over and over again. The tire iron went in the side of my nose. I'm gushing, so I'm in shock, and I really don't know what's going on. But it's really, really, really fucking bad. Come back for part. Tell me, are y'all ready for part 2? Because it's crazy. Like, comment, share, follow. Come back for part 2. Y'all, I done recorded this already, and my dog fucking deleted it. Anyway, this is part 2 on how I fought a girl, and she ended up going to jail for what she did in the fight, and she died 3 days after. Well, at this point, we left off at the fight. Okay, if y'all pay attention to what I said, she sat on the tire while me and my wife were going to the store. She went in her trunk, she got the tire iron, and she sat on it, and she waited until we got back.
Now, she's going to show a video of them getting into the fight because Ring Camera or something caught it. But, y'all, why would you pick up something and hit a person with it and expect not to go to jail afterwards? Like, she had to plan this, and they had to see that she planned this.
All she wanted was for me to say something to her that she didn't like, and she was gonna go. Why she couldn't fight me fair and square, I don't know. Make a long story short, in the fight, the tire iron enters my face, and she starts beating me in the top of my head and my face, and I don't really feel it yet. Well, once the fight is over, she shoots in the house. She goes and hides the weapon, and at the time I'm thinking it's a stick. Well, the paramedics get there, then they call the police, especially when they see my injuries. They come and arrest her. She has this nonchalant attitude about it. I'm starting to go out a little bit. The paramedics are asking me my name, my birthday, and all that stuff, and I can't answer any of it because I'm in shock, and I don't really know what's going on yet. But once it sets in that I'm hurt and I see all the blood everywhere, the pain starts setting in, and then I start really feeling it. Like, it felt like somebody was sawing the top of my head off. Like, I don't know why she thought that was an option for her. Like, why did you need to do that to me? You couldn't just fight me? Well, anyway, make a long story short, she gets locked up for maybe 2 months. And while she's locked up, she's calling back to where we're living at because her sister is still answering her phone calls for some reason. Her god sister. And she on the phone bragging. I'll do it again. Fuck Precious. Da-da-da-da-da. She ain't innocent. Da-da-da-da-da. I am innocent because I didn't touch you. In the video, my hands are to my body. This is what the DA said. My hands are to my body. You are twice my size. You did not need to do that. And you used a weapon. So she ended up getting aggravated assault, family violence, because we all lived together, so it was considered family violence. And a couple of months went on. I never ran into the girl. Luckily, I didn't run into her because I don't run into her. I'm not knowing this, but while she's waiting to go to court, while we're waiting to go to court, you know, it takes a couple of months, especially when you're going for a felony. She gets her life together. She gets her kids back in her life. She gets her job. I run into her one time at my job, and at first, because it had been like 4 or 5 months since the fight, maybe 6, and I just stood there froze like, wow, she's in my job. She didn't know I worked there, so she left because she knew she wasn't supposed to be around me once she noticed it was me. But let's fast forward. We end up going to court. The court date is here. The day of her sentencing, basically. Well, she gets in front of the judge. The DA talks, and the judge tells her, like, what you did was really wrong. That girl, y'all could have fought fair and square. You didn't have to pick up a weapon. Why did you pick up a weapon? They even asked me, how did you even defend yourself or fight in the stage you were in? Like, because, again, a tire iron is heavy. Them things hurt. Imagine somebody beating you with one, especially in your face and head. She could have killed me. She could have hit me in my temple, anything. They went through all of that. They ended up sentencing her to 6 months in jail. At this time, I'm shocked because I've never been through nothing like this before. And I felt bad because that's just who I am. Her mom looked so defeated. Like, dang, my daughter just got her life together. She made a mistake, blah, blah, blah. But in the DA's eyes, this girl, her parents could be having a funeral for her. She could be in the ground right now because of this decision your daughter made. Again, your daughter made the choice to sit on the tire iron and beat me in the face and head with it because she was angry. That don't make sense. Well, like I said, while she's calling home, after they sentenced her to the 6 months, she goes to jail. They take her that day. I didn't know that it was going to do that. But the day that we went to court, they sentenced her and they took her straight back. Like, her mom was like, And I felt so bad, y'all, because she just cried and looked so sad walking to the back. But I thought about all the pain I went through. My face, my nose was huge. It was just a lot of stuff that I went through to heal. Because you wanted to be a punk that day. Like, you could have just fought me head on. And you really had no reason to fight me because you went out with my bitch all night. Hello? But then she gets locked up and she's calling back home, like I said, bragging about what she did. Like, and when you're locked up, your calls are recorded. Hello? Her name was Brittany. Your calls are recorded, Brittany. Like, I don't understand why she did that. But the DA used all of that. She was the reason why they made the decision they made to make her go to jail. Part of it was because it was assault, and you used a weapon, and you act like you did not give a fuck. So they gave her 6 months. And I wasn't happy about that, but hey, it's over now. Whatever the case may be. So at this time, I'm thinking she's in jail. I ain't got to worry about it. And she does her 6 months. And again, I'm still feeling bad, y'all, because I ain't want nobody to go to jail. It was a fight. But why did you go to that extent? She had some of her family members were talking shit to me. Basically, nobody on her end, nobody felt like what she did was wrong. And it is, because if I had done that to her, I'd have been under the jail. Well, make a long story short, y'all, and this is going to be short and sweet. Of course, because I'm a victim in this case, they let me know when she gets out. And I was cool, because it had been 6 months. It had been almost a year and a half since the situation even happened. So the sentence is over. You're done. Go on your way. Don't fuck with me. Go on. No, you go over there. Go over here. And it's over. That wasn't the end. I found out 3 days later that she passed away. She died. And y'all, I cried for almost a week and a half. Because at the court date, when she got sentenced, you could tell that her mom was upset and she didn't want her to go. So I felt like I took somebody's child away from them for 6 months. For 6 months. And I took somebody away from their mom for 6 months. But I didn't actually take her away. She chose to do that. She did. But I felt guilty for it because she got out. After she did her 6 months, she done did her time. Her mom comes and picks her up. They get to spend 2.5 days with this girl. Her kids only get to spend 2.5 days with their mom after she's been gone for 6 months for some bullshit. And she passed away. She passed away. Now, have I got any death threats or anything like that because of that? No, but I just knew that was coming next because technically, y'all, this girl went to jail because they sentenced her for what she did to me. She went and did that 6 months. And the 3 days after she got out from doing that sentence, she passed away. I got word that she was dead. It was all over Facebook. Y'all, I still feel like crap. I still feel like crap to this day because I don't even know what happened to her. I don't know if she got sick while she was in jail and they didn't take care of her right. I don't know if she caught something while she was in there. I don't know if she was sick before she went in and didn't know it. I don't know. And she was younger than me. I'm 38. She was younger than me. And I hate that for her because now she got little kids, 5 and 6 and 3 and stuff like that. I didn't want to take nobody's parent away from them. I wish the fight never happened now because now she's dead for no reason. No reason. I told this story to tell people, y'all have to stop wanting to pick up weapons all the time. Even in y'all relationships. You get into a dispute with your partner, walk away. Because you can hit them in the wrong spot. You can hit them with the wrong thing and your life over. Like, that girl could have killed me and she would have been in prison for the rest of her life. But luckily, she was able to get out and see her mom and her children one last time before God did what he did. Now, yes, everybody keeps telling me that it's not my fault she's gone. I still hold a lot of guilt because of who I am. God rest your soul, Brittany. I hate that happened between us. But yes, this is a true story. And I'm going to post the footage of our fight after this. Yeah. Again, this is a true story, y'all. And it makes me feel so bad. Like, I hate that. What happened? I still don't know what happened still to this day. Still to this day, I don't know what caused her to die. But yes, I fought a girl. She beat me in the face with a tire iron. She got sentenced. They sent her to jail for 6 months. She died 3 days after she got out. Keep your hands and all objects to yourself.
Look at that was. First of all, y'all. Hey, who's the bitch? Hey. Bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it down.
Okay, now the footage kind of glitches. You can't see like how she got over there. But yeah, like that woman definitely planned to hit her. She definitely planned to fight her. Like, what will possess you to be so aggressive and want to fight somebody, let alone hit them to kill? Because that could have killed her about a man that wasn't even hers. Like, at the end of the day, like, you got so angry, like you was guilty of something, and that woman confronted you about hanging with her man, and you got real aggressive with the other woman that told her, I don't have anything to do with it, talk to her. Like, why? Like, I don't get it. Why do you ain't fight the girlfriend? Like, I'm confused. Like, she had to not like her from the jump. And 9 times out of 10, the courts seen everything. So they knew it was premeditated, and that's why she got 6 months. But the death was not her fault. And I'm so, like, sad that she just feel guilty about this woman passing away when that woman made a choice to pick up something to hit her with it and could have taken her life. This how you know that she genuinely do have a good heart and that this situation could have been prevented and it got out of hand.
And I don't mind communicating. I'm really big on that. My only issue with your response is I did not walk up to her aggressive. I was going to leave. The only one aggressive in that situation, in that moment, that day, was her. I said in the video, she was out doing drugs. We do believe the whole night before. That morning, she was still coming down off of it or still high. I don't know, but she wasn't acting like herself. Prior to her hitting me, she was hitting herself in the face like that earlier in the conversation. You need to mind your business. Like, you weren't there. So, and I'm not a liar. One thing about me, I'm gonna speak my mind. I don't sugarcoat shit for nobody because I don't give a fuck enough to. Okay? I feel like when you lie to me, you scared. And ain't a motherfucker walking this earth that I'm scared of other than my mom. And the man up above, and he's not walking. Okay? At the end of the day, when I got ready to walk to me and my wife got ready to walk to my vehicle, that's who's in front of me. Whatever Brittany was saying to me, she was still going on and on about it. I'm trying to leave, obviously, and that's what the DA pointed out. She proceeded to hit me in the fucking face with the tire iron. Like the DA said, there was no need for that. If that person is leaving, why did you need to do that? You have almost 200 pounds on this person. And again, what do you need a weapon for to beat somebody in the face and head with it? Again, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. I ain't mad, but I just needed to clear that up. Like, nobody walked over to her aggressive and someone else was holding you back. She got what? What are you talking about, ma'am? My wife was trying to prevent me from being killed. At the end of the day, please watch stuff. If you got to watch it over and over again or ask, please stop assuming. Because again, you weren't there. And I'm new at TikTok. I don't even really do this shit. So, I mean, it's not going to be perfect. But I explained it as best as I could. I was the victim. But I'm not up here copping plea. I'm not no baby. I survived. I feel bad that she's gone either way it goes. No matter how y'all may feel. I feel bad that she's not here. That's why I told the story. But no, bottom line, she was wrong. She hit me with a tire iron for no reason. And she planned that. While I was gone, she knew that's what she was going to do to me. She just needed a reason to do it. And someone walking past you, beefing with you or not, is not a reason to put your hands on nobody with no weapon. Okay?
This exactly why I always say it pays to mind your business. Because even though she didn't say anything to start the issue, all she did was say, look, don't sit here and talk about it with me. When they come back in, just discuss it with them instead of telling all of us. Like, that's all she said. But sometimes it pays just not to say that either. Just look, shake your head, whatever, just so it won't seem like you're being funny. But at the end of the day, that woman was wrong. She premeditated that she was going to harm that woman or hurt her in some kind of way. Especially after it happened and she got arrested. She got a nerve to call people and say she'll do it again. She don't care. All of that stuff. She literally planned it. But what would possess a person or put a person in that type of mind that they would be angry if they already didn't like that person in the first place? Like, she had to not like her in the first place because, like, why get mad? Like, you was out with somebody else's man. And at the end of the day, you was confronted by his girlfriend. And it should have been between you and her. But yet, you go over to the woman that tells her, the girlfriend, she don't want to hear it and to discuss it with you when she get there. You had to not like this woman. And you had to been doing something you had no business. Y'all, subscribe to this channel. Join the family. Drop down in the comment section what you think about this story. Don't forget to like, comment, and definitely subscribe to this channel. If you are new here, this is not how we always do it. I am trying this out and I like it. So eventually I'm just going to be uploading videos like this. And also videos of me being in it like I usually do. So it's going to be 2 different forms of reaction videos on this channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you all have a blessed day. Peace.